Welcome back to another first impression, this time for the anime Betrothed to My Sister's Ex. We have the synopsis from any list. Marie, the second daughter of a poor baron's household, is treated like a servant by her parents. Even at Marie's birthday party, her beautiful elder sister Anastasia is the star. Outside, Marie bumps into Count Kyros Granado, who falls for her at first sight. Yet due to a misunderstanding, the Count proposes to Anastasia. After a tragic accident, Marie must marry the Count instead. I watched the first 5 episodes, and I really like the show. It is pretty simple, it is not really doing anything special, but it just is a very solid show in my opinion. I watched the first 5 episodes, I like the animation, we also got a fight and some of the fight moves looked pretty good. For like a show that is mostly romance, comedy, maybe a little bit drama. It's not really the focus to have fights in the show. And I like the show, the art style, very nice. We do have some somewhat less represented characters. We have like a dark-skinned guy as like the second main character next to Marie. And there are some reasons why he is this way. There are some reasons for the perspective about him is changing because of the reason why he's darker skinned. There's a lot of that going on as well. Additionally, against Marie, because she is from like a poor baron's household and she's going to marry the Count. There's some stuff going on. There are some connotations in this show that are, laid out, understandably. But I just like their dynamic. I do hate the setup. Don't like the setup at all. It did remind me a lot of Cinderella. She is seen with ragged clothes. She doesn't really have like her own plate to eat. She has to eat leftovers. She has to do like all the work, which is very questionable. So I do not like the setup at all, especially, which I really dislike. So her sister Anastasia, she seems to like Marie. They seem to be pretty close. They don't have any problems. The parents just don't like Marie for some reason. Now, what I don't understand is how Anastasia cannot really, how is she unaware that this bullshit is happening? Because Marie is not even on at the dinner table, which is like, if there's abuse in some kind of fashion behind closed doors, I can understand that you cannot really, as a sister or brother, it is hard to really get that information, especially if the other party is not talking about it. Because you are not going to follow your sister or brother the whole time, so you probably you are not aware of the abuse. However, if they are not at the dinner table with all the rest of the family, it's a little bit questionable. I would have assumed she would be like, why is my sister not here? Especially if she has a pretty good bond, which was shown here. Now, I do want to talk a little bit more, but it would go too far into spoiler, I would say. I do like, however, their chemistry somewhat. The guy, Kronos, or Kyros, he's very upfront. It took him a little bit, not long. This is not, they are like 10 episodes in, they are still not really talking about their feelings. He's very upfront. He's like, I like you, I love you. And he is more or less showering her with his love. Now she has a problem because of all the abuse. And I feel like a little bit of not really body dysmorphia, but dissociation. because she cannot really see herself as anything but an ugly little woman, or tall woman in her case. So she is a little bit, she doesn't have the confidence to really show her self-worth and stuff. So again, it is very similar to some of the other stories where you have like abused woman as the main character who then has to second guess everything. Still, I just love their chemistry. I do like the progression we already got. I'm very hopeful that she can grow into her new role quickly. I enjoyed it quite a bit. AniList has it at 70%. My anime list at 7.2. And I would say this is definitely a solid 8 out of 10. The first 5 episodes, it is very solid. I like the chemistry, I like the romance, I like the comedy. I love oh no, I forgot her name already. No. Mio. Other way around. I love Mio, which is the more or less head maid. She makes all the scenes really stand out. I like her. She's awesome. I would take Mio any day of the week. Now, spoiler-wise, not much to say. Again, the beginning is very Cinderella-like, with her being in tattered clothes, doing all the work, getting abused. Then she finds the Count. The Count falls in love with her because she is more interested in his lineage, which is from outside, but most of the country is seeing his ancestry as barbaric. So having someone who's genuinely interested in your ancestry is something new to him, and that is why he likes her. Also, he feels like she's good looking, but she got, abused too much, seemingly. Now, later on, which is a big spoiler, we do find out that she may not be the daughter of the Baron's household, but we don't really know what happened, because it is a little bit weird that she has red hair and all the rest of the family has blonde hair. I just don't understand why you abuse her. It makes like no sense. I would have liked a reason for that earlier, like, I don't know, red hair is bad, they steal your soul, whatever you want to say. But that way I would have a reason to understand why they just don't like her.